today, of course, just starting off, today is, of course, Tuesday, and it's time to do another Wurm Roulette adventure where we're going to go off to some mystery location. But before we do that, before we pull out the map, I wanted to share a couple of things with you guys. So, first of all, you know how I have been waiting for those new computer parts for some time now. And so I was waiting for a new motherboard, a new CPU, a Ryzen CPU, which had been completely sold out, completely out of storage everywhere. So I had to wait literally a few months now to get my own, even though I bought it and paid for it months ago. And also some new memory. So I got these three things a few days ago, and over the weekend, my son and I, he did most of the work. To be quite honest, he was offering to let me build my computer, but I said, no, I'll just watch. I mean, I've done it once back when I was in art college. We actually had a course where we had to build our own computer, but still I felt with such expensive parts, the very expensive CPU, I didn't want to take any risks whatsoever. Hello, Du Jensen. And so he did most of the work, but and he's built a few computers before. He's built his own computer and some for his friends. So, he had some experience, but he's not by any in any way a complete pro. So, there's some basic things, for instance, that I knew that he didn't realize. So, for instance, the fact that if you have software installed on your other drives other than C drive, you actually would have to uninstall those, even if when you're formatting your C drive, even if they're installed on the D drive, how software will still create files on the C drive, make, user under the user's folder, make your sort of personal preference files there, and also do stuff to the registry. So I knew that. So, he kept on telling me, oh, you don't have to uninstall any software. We're just going to format the C drive. And I said, no, I'm going to have to uninstall everything and just freshly install all the software. So anyhow, yeah. So what we were going to do is use my old computer, because it was a very high-end computer back when I bought it about 7 years ago. And we were just going to, everything should have been working together. So since it was a high-end computer, it's still kind of okay-ish today. So it should have been, it should work with the new motherboard and the new CPU and the new memory sticks. Well, of course, the memory sticks depend on, they are attached to the motherboard, so of course, and also the CPU. So that all should work together anyhow. And I have a new graphics card as well. But anyhow, so he got it all put together, and then we started up the computer for the first time. And what happened was nothing came onto the monitor. We didn't get any beeps. I mean, the monitor, turned on as a device. So, but all you could see is black pixels. We didn't see any DOS texts at all. Nothing about it. Didn't go into the BIOS, or however you would say that. It didn't show the motherboard's logo. Nothing at all on the monitor. And the motherboard, what else was I going to say? So anyhow, then we tried, switching around the RAM memory sticks, trying them in different slots, trying the order of them. That didn't do anything. We tried reseating the graphics card. That didn't do anything. He tried resetting the SMOS battery by removing it for 15 seconds. That didn't do anything, and he tried that several times. So we never got it to work. We never got my new setup to work. We also tried another power PSU unit as well. So another power supply. And that didn't work either. Yeah. So it was the same reaction every single time. So what happened was the screen was black and the computer started up for a moment, and then it restarted itself, and it kept on restarting itself over and over. And again, there was no DOS text. There was no going to the BIOS nothing appearing on the screen. And we also attached 2 different screens as well. So I don't know. We couldn't figure out what was going on. So I have sent, my son put together my old setup. So now I'm back on my old setup, and that's why I had to reinstall everything. And I've sent a message over to the shop, and they've given instructions on what to do next. So I'm going to have to send in the motherboard, and who knows? Is it the motherboard? Is it the CPU? It doesn't feel like it's the memory sticks, however, since, we switched them around, and they were brand new, and, it could have been that one memory stick might have been broken, but then you would have assumed that at least the other one would have worked, right? So yeah, I don't know. It was quite, but I was expecting us to have problems. Yeah, it's been a huge pain, Mr. Laggy, indeed. Definitely. My poor son, he was so exhausted. But yeah, at least I have my old computer up and running, but it did mean I had to reinstall everything. So actually, when we do this stream, I might actually come across some things that, oh shit, this thing is not installed. I can't do this for you guys. But we'll see. Everything should be good to go. And then on to the next thing. So some good news. And this is something I've also been talking about for some time, which is that, let me show you guys. So look at this, guys. Look at this. Do you see this? Twitch, your emoticon, RR Love, has been approved. And these have been approved. And then your emoticon RR has been approved. So I made this kind of emoji, and those are now available. So you will see, for anyone who is a subscriber, you can see those 2 Jensen testing them out immediately. Yeah, I decided not to do the rip ghost death thing after all. It just felt a little bit weird, actually. Yeah, but you can use that when you're like, whenever I say something really silly, you can be like, Cats, do you have all your marbles about you right now? Yeah, so how are you guys doing? How has the beginning of your week been? Another bit of news as well that doesn't relate to Twitch or streaming or gaming at all, but just a personal life thing is that I got a very nice job offer, but I declined it because I still want to try and do my own projects and see if I can make them work. So I let the company know that I'd still like to try it, but that can we be in contact. So that was nice to know that there's a kind of backup plan in case my own projects don't turn out. So I am working on my own things here from home, selling graphics, doing this Twitch thing, doing the YouTube thing, and I'm not getting rich on it, that's for sure. But we'll see. I'm gonna still try and do my best to make these things work. We'll see how it goes. And you're doing great, Du Jensen. You're having a vacation this week. Nice. Is it it's the September vacation, right? Because at least my son has his September vacation from school, so everyone is off school this week. Is it the same for you guys over in Denmark? I hope so, Mr. Laggy. Yeah, I would optimally like to do this stuff, the same stuff you're doing, basically. So anyhow, guys, let us open the map. I've got it all ready to go here, and as you can see to the map, I have now actually added these little pink dots to show what we've already explored. So the idea is if the marker ends up on an area that is too close to these, obviously we're not going to go and explore those, right? So the idea for anyone who has not seen this yet is that we're going to just press this button and it's going to choose a random location here on the Wurm Freedom servers. Well, this does not have the PvP one, but for the PvE servers. And then we're going to try and get to that place regardless of where it is. Now, as long as it's not in the middle of the sea and as long as it's not on these pink areas. Okay, so are we ready to go? 3, 2, 1, and pick destination. Aha! We're staying on Xanadu, it seems. And this is definitely not a place I've ever been in Xanadu. So this is going to be interesting. In Xanadu, I've mainly just sailed around the mainland and then sort of gone into this area over here, but I've never seen what it looks like over there. So this looks to be interesting. And let's just take a screenshot of that and put it over into Photoshop once again. Oh, I need to start Photoshop actually. Let's just start that up. Yeah, we'll see how long it takes. I'm going to have to check the direction of the wind. We'll see if it's a long one. Oh, hold on. And you know what I was really depressed about, guys, is when I reinstalled everything. So Adobe, however you say it, Adobe recently had this thing where any old software, Adobe software, you couldn't use anymore. I still had my Photoshop 6, PS6 CS6 on my computer, and I preferred using that, but now it forces you to use the latest cloud version. So I was pretty sad. I lost my nice CS6 version that I much preferred using. It just, you know, sometimes when software just has a feel about it, that just feels good to move your mouse, to open panels and stuff like that. It felt better on the CS6, I won't lie. So here we go. I don't even have my fonts installed yet, so it's complaining about the font, but we are not going to worry about that right now. So Xanadu, let's just turn this on, and let's just put that right smack dab in the middle like so, and then just let's put a border around that Xanadu text, just so we can see what it says. Like so, that'll do. It's not perfect, but it will do. Let's put it right there. Okay, and we'll save that and save it over to the Twitch mystery destination, and that should there we go. Good. Perfect. And we can just shut down Photoshop, and let's just check the direction of the wind now, or the speed. Direction of the wind. So weather. A light breeze is coming from the east. Okay, so we have to make a plan now. Now, there could be, I would imagine that there are probably, let me see now, what is that spot? It's here, right there. Let me just mark that, add an annotation. Like so. So I'm imagining that there is probably the best way to go. You know what would be might be really scenic? So we're here right now, but the wind is coming from the east. That's just nothing we can do about it. Thank goodness it's a light breeze. Let's actually get going just while we think about this. And I'm thinking to myself that a really scenic route would be along here. That would be quite exciting to go through here because I've never been here. Now I'm assuming that there would be canals, that players have built canals in this spot. I wonder about this spot. I'm also almost tempted to... Okay, we're gonna head at least now in this direction here. Let's sail around and go around here. And let me just, I am gonna actually just check the community map now to see whether or not there is a canal of any kind there, because that is just too much of a risk to go all the way over there. Let me see, Xanadu. Wurm Forums, Xanadu map. Let's actually go, yeah. Let's go there. Wonder if this is the latest one, we'll see. And hello there, Gersdrengi. Nice to see you back. And Seren, hello guys. And all the schools are closed right now in Denmark as well, Du Jensen, yes. Yes, same thing over here. And so Seren, have you been to that area? So you're saying that the lakes are beautiful with all those mountains around. Probably very lonely, yeah. So just like I guessed, yeah, there is a canal. And there's a canal here as well. Okay. And since we have to get to this spot, let me just actually also check. So there is a canal there and there. So actually, you know what I could do? And we're now departing from this island over here, Misty Rock Mountain. And I'm wondering to myself whether we should take the scenic route all the way. If we were to go in here, through there, there's no canal here actually. Is there one over here? There is a canal. And there's one over here as well. Hold on. But there's not one over here. Okay. So I'm wondering if we should take this route that we go through here and through here. I wonder if that's a little bit too much navigation. Through there. Does this have any canal? Yes, it does. And then we can get through here and up through here, through there. But hold on. Oh, it does go all the way through. Okay, good. And then the spot was right about here. Maybe we'll do that, guys. That might be quite exciting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get lost along the way. I'm pretty sure I will, but hey, it'll be an adventure, right? So for now, we're just going to pass by this huge mountain that we see up here. Hold on. Up here, yes. And we'll go around that. And Gareth Drenky, I was actually, are you online in Wurm right now? I was trying to actually contact you about those horses. Yesterday I was just trying to send you a message, but you were offline. But I'm guessing your character name is also Gareth Drenky in Wurm, right? Because I could send you a friend request so that we could arrange, arrange something about me bringing you those horses that we talked about last time. Okay, let me send you a friend request then. Add friends. Let's see if it works. You have sent a request to Gareth Drengy, and I think you have to do the same thing now that we are so far apart. There's also something that should be checked now that I have a fresh install of Wurm. It should have my old settings, but let me just check something. So the command you need to write in Gareth Drengy is it seemed to add. Okay, good. That's good to go then. And something also that we both need to check. So if you go to your character pane, I'm not sure if you've done this already, but you need to examine your body. I think it was. No. How was it? Manage? Where the heck was it now? There was these settings for manage profile, was it? Yes, here. So character window, manage profile, and you will get this kind of window. And this controls who you can send private messages to. So you would want to have, according to, kingdoms and servers and all this stuff. So cross servers, sometimes back in the old days, it used to be the default used to be local only. So it's good to have any incoming PMs, player chat settings allow, yes. Friends override always, cross servers any, cross kingdoms any. So just make sure, other chat options, player chat. Hold on, let me see. This is kind of different from the last time I saw it. Kingdom chat, global. Yeah, okay, I think it all should be good. Yes, okay. Yeah, just make sure that those settings allow us to send messages to one another. I'm not sure if the default was, if this was something you had already done or checked or not, because otherwise it could be that we couldn't have sent any messages. All looks okay, good. They've probably changed the default to be better like that. I'm not sure why they had the default. This was back when I first started many years ago. They had the default so that you actually could not send messages to people who were on the other servers, which was pretty dumb. So I'm glad that they have actually fixed that. And that's quite interesting. There's one lone oak tree up there near the troll. And as we sail along, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled in case I see any abandoned deeds as well. And speaking of sailing, so some of you might remember my old Introduction to Wurm Online video that I have on YouTube. So I made that thing years and years ago, probably about 4 years ago. It was actually the very first video that I did where I spoke out loud in any video. I wasn't even close to streaming back then. And I was just so passionate about Wurm. I had always been too shy to do that, but the passion I felt to sort of share Wurm with the world was so strong that, I was worth a sacrifice, even though it felt really daunting to do that for the first time. And my wish was that with that video is that people would, through that video, find Wurm, because I knew that there surely must be many other players out there who love the game as much as I do. And so, once in a while I do get contacted by various people who say that, hey, thanks to your video I found Wurm, thanks so much, I'm really enjoying the game. And what happened now was that Coffee is Life actually alerted me to a new Wurm video on a YouTube channel. And let me just dig up that YouTube channel. So if you guys want to watch like a newbie getting started in Wurm, let me just check here. Hold on, here we go. So this guy, Super Bits and Bob. So Coffee is Life was alerting me to this video. I love game. That this guy had done his first experience going into Wurm, and the way he found Wurm was actually through that Introduction to Wurm video, and he'd actually watched the whole thing. So let me just share this guy's channel with you guys. So he's done now 2 Wurm videos so far. He just did one today, and it was really enjoyable to watch, and just to see like how the game looks today in the eyes of a new player. And yeah, there was some interesting things that, us old players, we just take for granted, or that, you know, then little oddities about Wurm that just are usability wise kind of strange that we're so used to that we're not really bothered by. But it's interesting to see a new player start the game fresh, knowing nothing, and then sort of stumble into these issues. So I've just been sort of jotting down the issues he's been having and just sharing that on the Wurm streamer Discord, and he had some very good points there. But he seems to be quite delighted with the game. It seems to be exactly the kind of game he has been looking for, and he's an old Ultima Online player as well. And Chabney, and hello Johnny Dowie, nice to see you back again. And Chabney, you already looted 2 juicy abandoned deeds today. Good for you. Lots of lovely treasure for Chabney. Very nice. So did you, you're like a looter grandmaster, Chabney. What is the best thing? I know I've asked this from you before, but what is the best thing that you have ever actually found? We're now just passing this here. So I'm wondering, yeah, we'll keep on going straight. And should we go through this thing here? That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Let me just turn a little bit. Just have a look here. So there is water passage. Yeah, let's go in here, guys. Just to see what it looks like. I think I've only passed on the outer edge of this area. I don't think I've ever actually gone in here. So we might as well go and see what that looks like as well. So we have to look for a little island just up ahead, and then we'll pass that. So yeah, so loads of enchanted tools, weapons, and armor. Very nice. Very, very nice. Speaking of which, you know guys how like when I'm playing Wurm and I'm fighting against monsters, and then I'm talking about how I have such a nice life transfer sword. Well, I actually invested in a brand new one. I saw a nice one on sale. Let's just check what the qualities is here. So I invested in a new one because my old one I've been using that same one for years. So the quality had gone down, and I don't have armor smithing or weapon smithing, I should say. So I'm not able to improve my own swords very high. So I bought a new one, and this one is quality level 80, and it has 89 life transfer. So it's pretty nice. Made by Moogie. So Moogie, if you're out there, thank you for the beautiful weapon. I immediately actually noticed a difference when I was culling some of my sickly horses, and they went down much quicker than with my old sword. Oh, and you got a nice tortoise shell as well, Chabney. Nice. So guys, a question about that stuff I was, I'm not sure if there's any computer, like hardware geniuses out there, but from what I was describing about the new build and the problems we were having getting the computer up and running, does anyone have any ideas what it might have been? One of my friends was asking me, like, did you remember to put thermal paste on the CPU before putting the fan down on top of it, and or the cooler? And this was actually a new CPU that had pre-applied thermal paste on it, so we didn't have to put any there for the first time. I guess we're gonna have to put thermal paste again once we get a new motherboard back. But so Gareth Drengi, are you a genius? Okay, good. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Old computer, but high-end computer. So the parts should work with the parts that we bought. and a new motherboard, a new CPU, new memory sticks. And we got everything set up, and when the computer was turned on for the very first time, no beeps whatsoever, black screen, no DOS messages, no BIOS messages, no motherboard logos. Just the screen was like turned on physically, but there was nothing to be seen there at all. Just black. And then the computer started itself up over and over and over again on its own. But again, no beeps whatsoever. We tried different arrangements with the memory sticks, different slots. We tried reseating the graphics card. We tried with a minimal setup. We tried resetting the SMOS battery. We tried a different power unit. Same reaction every single time, regardless of any of the changes that we did. So it just started up, no beeping, but just black screen. So it says, you're saying, sounds like a short on the PCB. So what is PCB? And what's CPU and motherboard? I'll fetch the names of those. Hold on. So here you can see, here is the, that's the memory, but here is the motherboard. So I'm guessing you can see that, can't you? Yes, I think you can. And then the CPU was this one. And this should work on that motherboard. It actually says so in the details of that product. Printed circuit board, I see. So just the actual board of the motherboard. I see. Yeah, and of course, you know, we took the precautions with static, you know. So we don't have one of those wristbands, but what we did was we would touch the faucet, the metal faucet, in our kitchen, and then also, you know, touch the what do you call the box that everything goes into, the case. But the problem with my case is that it's painted in black all over, even from inside. So we were a little bit unsure whether or not, you know, how do you say, unraveling the static would even work on it, because there's not like a pure metal surface available. I mean, there are the screws, of course, but then those are attached to the parts themselves, you know. So we did take all of the precautions that we should take. I'm thinking we should probably get one of those wristbands. But yeah, I you know, this computer stuff, man, whenever there's a situation where a part has to be changed or something has to be built, I just get so like stressed out, because I knew it already beforehand that things are probably not going to go smoothly. I knew it, and so it happened. And you're saying that, to be honest, it's really hard to damage the parts with static. Modern components are really dependable, and you can be way rougher with things than you would think. Really? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I actually my son, he set down my graphics card on my bed at one point. I was like screaming at him, "What are you doing? That's the worst thing you can do. Don't put it on any, like, especially a bed with a mattress and everything, right? I mean, that'd be a super staticky thing to set it down on. Don't put it there." So yeah, well, that's good to know, but still, I don't know. I get so nervous about this stuff. It's so stressful, like. And then what happened, the next thing happened is actually, like, when we got my old parts put back together, my water cooler. So all this time, actually, I wasn't even aware that I had a water cooler fan on my old CPU, and this was like new to me. That's how little I understood about my own computer. But so my son was installing this old water cooler on my old CPU for the very first time, and then the computer, when it started up, the fan was like doing this wee 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 sound, and I was like, oh shit! Now my old computer is like broken as well. It's not making any noise right now, the fan, but sometimes, and we cleaned it all out. It did have a lot of dust though. I mean, I do blow out the dust, once in a while, but that was just one of those hard to reach places that it just did have a lot of dust. And my son was thinking that maybe, now that we cleaned all the dust out, it just, there's something lodged in there. I don't know, but it's so stressful, this computer stuff, guys. Like, you wouldn't believe the amount of stress I've had these last days. And Gareth Drink, you're saying that you would cry to see me building PCs. Then, I swear half of it is the manufacturer's scaremongering to try and avoid replacing parts. Yeah. And here's something as well. So the new, how you usually have to put the thermal paste between onto the CPU before you put the fan down onto it. So with the new one, we did not do that because it already had like a layer of thermal paste, factory that had been put on in the factory. So, and I, my son was telling me, "No, Mom, we're not going to need thermal paste." And I was like, "What are you talking about? Of course we're going to need thermal paste." And he was like, "No, it already has some." So I actually looked it up, and there's a video on YouTube of the Ryzen, AMD is showing how to get your Ryzen CPU set up, and they're showing it. It has a layer of thermal paste on it right from the get-go. So we did not actually put any thermal paste. So what do you think of that, Gareth Drengi? Do you think it's worth putting thermal paste in addition to the factory, pre-applied thermal paste layer that they have? We didn't put any though. But of course now when we got my old computer set up again, we put thermal paste. And I was also looking up the application ways to put thermal paste, there's the dot of rice method. And then I was looking at this there was this article about where they tested out the different ways to put the thermal paste and what came out with the best results with the least heating for the CPU. And actually it seemed like an X formation of the thermal paste had the least amount of bubbles and the best spread. So that was interesting, and I was telling my son, please try the X, do the X, but he refused. He just did the rice shaped little bit in the middle. So yeah, he was very defiant. So I don't know. How do you put your thermal paste, Garazrangi? What kind of formation do you use? Okay, so where the heck are we now? Let's see. We see a mountain over there. Let's just open this up again. Here. Because I'm not seeing this kind of bay at all. I'm assuming we're probably somewhere here. And we probably need to actually go down. Maybe this bay over here. Gosh, I hate this thing on Xanadu where there's so much lag when you're actually sailing. I've been... It turns at such a delay. Really annoying. So you do the small P. Oh, like you do like a round one, so you don't do like a longish one. I see. Oh my gosh. It is so... It's such a debate, Garsdrinky. I noticed that when I was looking it up. Some people were saying like, you know, less is more. Others were saying you want to have more rather than less. Oh my gosh, so many opinions about that. Hello, Stacy. How are you doing? And Stacy, I know that I promised to get you your painting done this last month, but I have been just way too busy, and now I've been like struggling with my computer stuff. But I have not forgotten. It is coming at some point. It is coming at some point. So, Garsdringy, you're saying that the thermal paste debate is so heated that a lot of the tech YouTubers refuse to show themselves applying it anymore. Oh my gosh, so they don't get a lot of backlash then in the comments that you're putting it wrong. You've been busy too, Stacy? I see. And you know, I was watching Stacy. I was watching actually Coffee is Life, who you might have seen sometimes on my chat. He plays on Outlands actually. On the Ultima Online Outlands server, and it looked pretty interesting. I have to say, when I was watching him play, I was like, wow, that is really, there's some really beautifully designed towns in that server. And he was just talking about the cool, like, animal taming, the way the animal taming is set up there and everything. So who knows? I might try it one of these days. I might try it. And also now with the new Ultima Online, the, what was it, UO Classic client, where you can have a full screen, that sort of makes me also feel pretty curious to try some UO for a change. But I just need to get my computer issues sorted out first. So I'm assuming that this thing here is now this island, possibly. Oh, no. This little thing here is probably this thing. And then that bigger hunk is this area, I think, right there. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Laggy, really? Yeah, because I was talking to you, Mr. Laggy, about that UO Classic client. Have you looked that up yet, Mr. Laggy? And you know what? By the way, Mr. Laggy, yesterday I was... so, as we've been talking about World of Warcraft Classic, or WoW Classic, you remember when I was saying that my motivation to play WoW Classic is starting to decline, that, you know, getting that nostalgia fix has started to wear off a little bit. So yesterday I sort of forced myself to play WoW Classic, and I was doing quests in Stranglethorn, and I was just like, I can't be bothered. I still have one more month left of my subscription, but I'm really starting to feel like, I'm just not motivated anymore. It's for you too? Yeah, it's so sad, because we were remember how hyped we were when it first opened up? We were so hyped. I was so juiced to play those first couple of weeks. I was just burning, my fingers were burning to go and play those first couple of weeks. And I know, of course, you had the issues with logging on. You had huge lineups on your server. Hello, Finzia. Oh my God, bored of WoW Classic. Yeah, it's starting to all come back to me that, oh man, these old quests that I've done a million times. And Garazdranghi, I know you've been struggling. You're saying that you didn't renew your WoW Classic this month, and you've been saying now for some time actually that you should probably be playing WoW Classic, but you'd rather play Wurm. So yeah, I probably, you know what I should do? I should probably actually cancel my WoW Classic just so it doesn't renew like I have it at 3 months now, so it doesn't auto renew by mistake. And Stacy, you saw another ship and you were asking whether it can be sunk. I would say that I'm trying to think now. So the ships will sink if their quality level goes down under 10 quality. So quality levels go from 0 to 100, just like skills in this game. So if a ship goes under 10 quality, then it would sink. Now, if you were to find, like, of course, our ships need to be here on the PvE servers. They need to be protected, right? So if you own a ship and you have permissions to it and it's locked and all that good stuff protecting it, you would not be able to sink another player's ship. However, if it's a ship that has all access for anyone and it is not locked up or anything, you could potentially do damage to the ship, bash it, because I think you can bash these. Can you? You just let me equip some kind of tool here. Let's see, what do we have? If I take a hatchet, maybe you cannot actually. You can bash fences and houses, but it does not look like you can actually bash a ship. So no, you could not sink another player's ship, at least here on the PvE servers. I'm not sure how it is. I know at least on the PvP servers you can be a pirate, and you can totally, I think there you can overtake other people's ships, just like you could kind of in a way in UO as well. Okay, so hold on. Let's have a look at this thing now. Okay, so that is probably going into a lake over there, right? No, hold on now. Is this here? Sunvale. Let's just go close to this area. If this is Sunvale, then I'm in the right area. Can we see any mouse over for the... Let's just use the spyglass. Spy... Sunnyvale Shipyard. So yeah, that would be Sunvale then. Sunvale. So we're going to go through here. And hello there, Casto. And you cancelled as well, Casto. Yeah, that's true, that's true. If you want to play again, you can always restart the subscription, that's for sure. That is for sure. And Mr. Laggy, we are pirates, right? Says Stacy. Mr. Laggy, you tried to stream it the other day and traveled for well over an hour. Once you got to your quest location, you kept getting killed, so you just turned it off. Oh no, that sounds very demotivating. And Garazdranghi, for you, it wasn't really the quests. You enjoyed the experience, but more the lack of old friends and the pace everyone was leveling at. Everyone just seemed to be in a rush to hit 60. Yeah, that also actually did affect me as well, because you could notice it, even though I tend to play on my own, but just to group up to go with other people to the dungeons, they had already gotten, most people, you could see people advertising for dungeons that were far ahead of me, and I couldn't find people to go to dungeons to the lower levels. Everyone was, on the same level, rushing to get to 60, so since I haven't been playing so much, I was way behind with the dungeons, and I couldn't find people to go. So that also demotivated me, actually. When I needed to go to Nomarig and other people were already going to, the higher end dungeons, like what was it? Not the Cathedral, the Crimson something. I forget the name of it. Just one second, guys. Okay, Scarlet Monastery, that's the one. No one likes Nomarega. Yeah, but it has the hydrocane though for underwater breathing. So let me see now. I think okay, yeah. I think we need to go this way, right? So now if we look at this map, it's going around this bend. And I'm wondering if I should just, this is kind of cheating in a way, looking at this map. Then again, I am going to be very dependent on the canals, so maybe we'll just make an exception. Usually I've tried when we've been doing these worm explorations, I've just tried to, oh my gosh, let's just go and take a closer look at that before we turn. I want to go and see this place. That looks pretty magnificent. Looks pretty swanky, my goodness. That looks really nice, actually, how they've put the timber. Are those the balconies, possibly? Sort of like sticking out from the stone walls like that. So, Mr. Lucky, how are your podcasts going? Have you done any new podcasts since that first official one? Or wasn't it so that your friend actually was going on vacation or something and would be back later? I remember something like that it was sort of the second one would be coming a little bit later because your friend is going to be away or something like that. And Seren, you're still enjoying WoW Classic. Well, yeah, you should be enjoying it though, Seren. Like I've said before, this is your first time ever playing World of Warcraft, so I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear you're enjoying it. It should absolutely be that way since it's your first time. You're level 36 now, and you just finished the fishing quest, so you can go to 300 now. Nice. And Seren, I'm actually kind of jealous of you that you're getting to experience and enjoy WoW Classic for the very first time, because I would love to have that same feeling. But having already played all that stuff so many times, it's just starting to catch up with me. Look at that, guys. Isn't that nice? So they put one of those like eagle statues at the top in the middle there. Very, very nice design, I have to say. I like how they have the timber there. So for those who don't know about Wurm, you can build a house like, wall by wall. You see me mousing over those tiles. So you decide the design of your house completely, and you can mix and match the different types of walls as much as you like. That looks and this entryway, this is very, very nice, I have to say. My goodness, very impressive, very impressive. Let's just sail in here and see what this looks like. Right, I see, Mr. Laggy. Yeah, so he's coming back, and then you're going to do the second one next week. Okay, cool. Now this is fancy schmancy. I've been meaning to redesign my harbor area, so they seem to be still working on it. Maybe they're probably freshly working on it, because that seems to be still under construction. It looks really nice, but yeah, we'll continue on our way over this way. Yeah, so Chabney, a question for you. So for those who don't know, Wurm is going to be coming to Steam, and they are going to open a new server there. They might even open a couple of new servers, but a PvE server for sure. They might open a PvP server as well. So they are not going to have the new servers connected to these old ones to begin with, because they want people to have like everyone to be on square one, everyone to have a fair chance to grab some land. So I was just wondering, Chabney, what are your thoughts on the new server that will be coming, and do you think that you will be going to the new server when that comes out? I myself, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm tempted to start what I might do is I might start a new character on the first day that it launches and just see if I'm able to grab a really nice place on that first, in those first days. And if not, then I'll probably stick to my island here in Xanadu. Mr. Lucky, they have not given a new release date, but it will be coming within a few months, as far as if I remember correctly. So right now, what is going on is the creator of Wurm has been having a discussion. So he's been having a discussion with the players on the Wurm forums to hear everyone's thoughts, to get some opinions, to get some ideas about, and to also give information as well. So they're still discussing it. It's going to be happening, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but from what I understand, it's going to be happening for sure. And it will probably be happening within the next few months, but they're still talking about, how and how the process should go. And Chabney, you cannot teach an old Chabney new tricks. You think Chabney will remain in the old world. I see. And Stacy, you loved Nomaregan in the back in the day. Yeah, the only problem I have really with Nomaregan is just that it's so bloody long. By the time you start to get towards the end, you just become so like tired. I guess with going there with friends would be nice, but when you're with just a group of people, especially if they're not so pleasant, it can get quite tiring. So I wonder why are they still working on this bridge, or what's going on here? I have to wonder, are they trying to make a bridge across to this bit of land? They might still be working on it. Yeah, I think, they're still working on this. They're extending the land outwards so they can make these little middle parts. That's what's going on, I think. Oh yeah, Chabney, your telescope as well. That's right. Oh my gosh. And for a Grandmaster looter such as yourself, you absolutely want that telescope, don't you? To be able to stake out. And actually, speaking of like abandoned deeds, why is there like food BSBs over there and there's no buildings? Let's just whip out the old telescope and actually see. And I do have it here. Let's see. Spy. So there seems to be forages, but they don't look decayed, however. But it almost looks like there was a house, and then the stuff like just dropped to the ground. Should we go and have a look? See? Let's just go check. But it almost looks like... I don't know. It's very strange. They have all this stuff, but they don't have a house. But it doesn't... Because when stuff starts to decay in Wurm, for those who don't know, you start to see the wear and tear on the actual objects, and they start to actually look decayed. Well, let's check. Yes, you can, Garazdranghi. So the command you would do is playtime/playtime, and I'll just look at my own as well. So what does it say with my playtime? It says, you entered through the portal to Wurm on day of awakening week 1 of the Bear's Starfall 1036. That's 2,151 days, 15 hours, and 50 minutes ago. You have played, but the total amount of like game time that I've ever played is 446 days, which is a huge amount, embarrassing amount. 2 hours and 21 minutes. Yeah. But there you can see when you first started. Hold on, let me see. But that would require you to sort of calculate, because it doesn't say the actual like real life date when you first started. But here's an easy way you can check that, Garazdranghi. So let me just show you actually. Let me show you. Hold on. Ah, shit. I have my... Oh, I wonder. So, if you go to your Wurm Online folder... Now, my files are gonna... Since I've, had new computer builds and new installations several times since I first started, I can't use this method, but you can since you're still a new player. So if you go to your Wurm Online folder... Players, and then you go to the first character you ever logged on with, you can look at your logs, and you can look at the oldest date modified log that you have, and that should show the first day that you played, if that makes any sense. So let's check out what the situation is with these things over here. Is this now like a abandoned deed, or what is going on over here? Should probably drink some water. Ah, right. You were talking about a small gnomish town, Stacy. I see. Hello, Ben Joseph. And check it out, Ben Joseph. Look, there are new emojis. And actually, Stacy is also a subscriber. So for all of the subscribers, we have some new emojis that you guys can use. So one for thinking thoughtfully, and one for little hearts in your eyes if you if there's something that causes hearts to bounce into your eyes. Yeah, so let me just see, what is this land? Is this free or not? You see, a part of the lands of Wurm. This is an abandoned deed, guys. All of this stuff I could loot if I wanted to. So the very first thing I'm going to do is just check out these. So these little boxes don't have anything in them. Check and see if there's any like enchanted weapons or anything like that. Empty. What do we have over here? Ooh, what do we have here? Let's see. Quality. Oh, this is all low quality crap. I'm not even gonna... None of it is enchanted either, so I'm not even gonna bother with any of that. What do we have here? 79 quality plate armor. I am absolutely gonna grab that for sure. My goodness. And what do we have here? Steel and flint. Always worth taking steel and flint. Horseshoes. No. Bridle. Let's grab those bridles. And the rest of this stuff is probably quite low quality. Unfinished washing bowl rake. I could take that, because I actually don't have one of those. That just needs to be built to the end. Unfinished compass. None of this is enchanted. I could have, of course, grabbed those horseshoes. I'm selling horseshoes on my horse market anyhow. The rest of the stuff I'm going to leave alone. What do we have here? A shovel, 54 quality. I could grab that. And the rest of that... Oh, that has actually an enchant on it. Let's see. Oh, both of those do, actually. Those could be improved. Let's see if the enchantment is still the same. 68. Hold on. Yeah, let's just grab both of those. I could improve those, and those will be worth something. They're low quality now, but what do we have? Oh my god, look at all these goodies, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. So somebody called Daron has lived here. Quality. Branding iron 52. Let's grab that. The saw. Grooming bush. What do we have here? 54 sickle. Yes, let's grab that. We could grab that as well. Pickaxe. Bee smoker. Let's grab that. We could take the saw and the hatchet and the grooming brush. Oh, that has an enchantment, and so does this one actually. So anytime, for those who don't know about Wurm or just starting with Wurm, if you see this kind of thing, COC 37, that is an enchantment actually. So we're gonna grab that as well. Meditation rug, we could grab that too. Pottery flasks, measuring jug, dredge. Dredges are a pain to make, so I'm going to grab that as well. I think the rest I'm just going to leave. So what else do we have here? My goodness, any nice armor? No, that's all low quality and quite damaged as well. And same for this, is all low quality. No enchantments. 73 quality studded leather cap. Definitely gonna take that one. The rest is crap. Oh, there's an enchantment on that one actually. Let's take it then. Okay, nice. What do we have here in the weapons rack? Anything good? No enchantments. The large maul and the large axe, I could grab those actually. But the rest I will leave. What about the bows? Well, I'm glad I stopped by. It seems like you know how I was saying that I was wondering how could it be in an abandoned deed? Because you would see like, you would already see like some damage, right? But the thing is that I came at a perfect time. So this has, the house has fallen recently. So stuff has not started to decay yet, and nobody has noticed to loot this place yet. So I came at a perfect timing. What do we have here? That's just a cheese drill. Bucket. Is there anything interesting in the bucket? No. No. But I could take those for my stable decorations. We could do that. Starting to get a bit overloaded here. What do we have in the BSB? Is anything good here? Lots and lots of cochineals, however you say that. Those are used for dyeing. Leather 3, hides 215. I'm not too concerned about that stuff. I have plenty of those things. What do we have here? Oh, thank you so much, Ben Joseph. Ben Joseph has gifted a tier 1 sub to XM4. And thank you for the follow, the Mighties Thench. Welcome to the stream. Just check what you guys are saying. I got so wrapped up with this looting stuff here. Hold on. And Ben Joseph, oh, so you're not happy about Legends of Aria? Oh, because of the are you talking about the new changes that are incoming with the PvP area? I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. That now, so for those who don't know, Legends of Aria originally was meant to be like old school Ultima Online, where you had like, well, actually not 100%, but it was supposed to be, so some zones were PvP, some zones were PvE. Then they changed it for Steam launch that it's mostly PvE, and then there was just one little area, well, not so little actually, but one area only for PvP, and there was a huge uproar. And now they're going to switch it to being super PvP all over the place. So it's only going to be towns and cities that are PvE areas. So like old school Ultima Online. So people, of course, and this doesn't affect me because I play on the PvE server, community server anyhow. But I know a lot of people are really upset by these changes. Yeah, Garrus Drengi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good thing to like to train your repairing on as well. That's very true. And Ben Joseph, I don't think this has been picked through yet because I found like some enchanted stuff here. I'll walk away looking like a walking junk pile. Chavney, so much lovely loot. I know, right, guys? And hello there, Afrafen. Welcome to the stream. Team Wurm, yes. It is. It's not looting, it's salvage, yes. What do we have here? So we have, oh my gosh, 828 cotton, 493 wools. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And oh my goodness. I think we're gonna have to do some looting, guys. We're gonna have to do some looting, I think. So are there, I have some crates with me. What do we have in this one? We didn't, let's check the quality of this. So quality 65, no enchantments. Well, I have a ton of those actually. Do we have anything in the forge? Forge, carving knife. Is there anything in here? Just water. What do we have in here? Peat, kindling, wood scraps, just junk. Here's a whole bunch of cooking stuff. Nothing too valuable though, so I'm not going to even bother with those. Nope, nothing of value there either. I'm guessing this is just packed. Oh, it's empty actually, the food storage. Interesting. Do we have any booze in here? What do we have here? Water. There's we could grab that brown bear rug at least. What about this can I actually move this? Yes, okay, we can move the larder. We can actually loot that. We're gonna need a bigger boat, Garrus Dranky says. And Afra Ping Pong likes to say, to the wagons. Hello, Wolfmare, yes. Looting on a loot. We meant to go adventuring, but now we're actually in loot mode. Ah, Afrafen, you're Ebriel. Well, hello. How are you doing? Afrafen here is an old worm friend of mine. And Afrafen is a very, very good tamer in Wurm. He tames champion animals, and he has, at least at some point, look at all of these storages, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. So that's all empty. There's so much loot here. These are all empty. What does this say? Logs best quality, logs 50 quality. So there's some higher quality logs, but I won't really bother with those, I don't think. So these are all going into lower and lower amounts, okay. Nothing in there. There's little signs here. So dyeables, sprouts and plants. It's funny that these are all empty. It's almost like they were in the middle of organizing. It's almost, and here's another chest. What do we have here? Nothing there either. And this one, here's a whole bunch of crates. Awesome. Exactly. And they're all empty as well. This is perfect. Okay, we're going to get going now with this, loading this stuff onto my ship. I think it's time to start, like, putting... I do have a horse and I do have... Are there any... There's a cow over there. Can the cows actually... Okay, I'm going to have to grab my horse now because I'm getting slowed down because I'm so overloaded. But I do have a cart and I do have a horse, one horse with me, but we're going to have to find another animal to pull the cart because one horse is not enough. Well, it's enough, it will pull it, but very, very, very slowly. So, oh, don't I have my, oh no, I don't have my cart with me. No. No. Oh gosh, I wonder if there's any free carts around here. Okay, let's just at least take this stuff that I just looted and put it into one of these rafts. Let me just see. Let's just put everything in there and I'll pick and choose what I need on my inventory after that. Okay, now we're all nicely empty, and let's just take the stuff that I actually need, and also stuff that would decay easily. So just to make sure that that doesn't... Compass should be in my tools. Halter rope should be there. Picnic basket. And my steel and flint. Don't want those decaying on me either. And the whetstone as well. Okay, I think the rest I can keep here in storage. And then let's unload the cargo, so the horse here, and we'll just ride around and see if we can find ourselves a free cart that is unlocked. It looks like it didn't even moor my ship, so since we're doing this anyhow, we might as well go and park the ship over here closer by, so I don't have to go for such a long distance, and we'll ride around on the horse and see if we can find another a free cart that could be used for, and actually, well, oh well. Let's just ride around a bit. Just take this off now. And there is actually a cart with some horses over here. Now, is this unlocked or not? No, it's not unlocked. Okay, so we can't use that one. It might just be that we're gonna... My god, look at all this stuff here. Building mats, lumps. Lumps? Hold on, is there some good metals in here? Yeah, Wolfmare, I'm almost thinking that I could just make a cart here, couldn't I? There would be all the materials needed. I could absolutely make a cart here. I could totally do that. I could just make one instead of going to fetch one from my island. I mean, we are relatively close to my island, but still. Hello, Mental Maxon. Call for Moo Bear. What is Moo Bear? Afrifen, no, I can't waste time on repairing stuff right now. Oh yeah, Moo Mobile, says Du Jensen with like a cow. Yeah, we just need a cart though. Like usually I have my cart actually loaded onto my ship, but this time I didn't have it. So let's just ride around just a little bit more and just see what else do we have over here? Let's just go and investigate that area over there. It's a catapult. So there seems to be that somebody had a huge deed and they had all of these plantations. Look at all the trees and the bushes they had planted, all in a nice order over here. What do we have? Here's a wagon. Now, fingers crossed this is unlocked. I don't think it is, though. No, it's not unlocked. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, there's another one. Hold on. And here's a cart. Ooh, guys, there's a cart. Ah, no. Hold on. That's a ship transporter. Shit. Small one is open. Oh, no. Oh, hold on. No, that's a small one. Damn it. So the ship transporter would have been open. What about this other wagon over here? No, it's locked. There's a cart here? No, that's also locked. Damn. I got so excited there for a moment, but it was actually a ship transporter. Crap. Okay, so... And that's a small one as well over there. What's this big pile of... Why is there this huge pile of like carts all over the place? It's like a cart like dumping ground for some reason. You would think that like one of these would have been like open, right? No, they're all locked. Damn it. Oh, damn. Do we see any other carts around? I don't think so. But it's, you know, I have very high carpentry, so actually, for me, we could check that, let's check that mine very quickly as well, just see if there might be a cart inside there. Oh, am I gonna get locked in here? Okay, we're gonna have to go around. Hello there, BA. Nice to see you back. I remember you from back one of the earlier Wurm exploration streams. We should be sailing right now, but then we noticed this. Oh, that wasn't even a mine. It was just tar. Good grief. So we should be sailing, but actually we noticed this abandoned deed here, and it has not been looted yet. So I think I'm going to make a cart and... Oh, there's a wagon. No, it's also locked. Let's take care of this spider with my brand new sword. Yeah, Afra, yeah, that's right. So back in the old days, back when I first started Wurm, carts, for them to be locked, you had to actually make a padlock and attach it to the cart. But these days they start with a basic like lock already attached, which I think I don't think I really like that, to be honest. I thought it was quite cool and immersive. But the point is that you can still find abandoned carts from the old days, you see, that would still be unlocked. You find them all the time, actually. So the fact that we don't have an abandoned cart here is just very bad luck, to be quite honest. Ah, darn. It is too bad. Too bad. We're going to have to make one. I should probably be able to make one quite quickly, though. So, let's see. We need... What tools do I actually have with me? Let me check on my ship. Do I have a mallet with me? Mallet. I could swear I should have had a mallet with me. Unless I put it in my backpack. No, healing covers there. Absolutely do not have a mallet here. How do I not have my mallet with me? But there were these old tools we can definitely use. No, I do not have it. Well, that's fine. We're gonna need a carving knife at least. We're gonna need a saw. We're going to need... I wonder if there's a small anvil around here somewhere. I could swear I saw something walking. Not sure what it was though. So let's just check the tools that we have here. So there's a mallet that we can use. Quality level 30, that's passable. That'll do. We need a small, we're probably going to need a small anvil, but let's just get started with what we, let's just get started. And what about the metal? There, we're gonna need, I think we're gonna need some of those metal rings. I forget the names of them. Those metal hoops, right? To make the wheels for the cart. So let's just look at the signs here. Logs. Building mats. Oh, it's a guard over there. Actually, that's what I saw walking. Wooden beams. No. What do we have in here? Because it could be that I don't even have to make any of the materials, you know? Oh. Rivets, metal wires. Oh, I almost thought it would be those metal hoops. Rock shards. How is everything in such a... so unorganized here? I can't believe it. What do we have in here, actually? Nothing. Oh, is that a small anvil? There we go. Good. We're probably going to need one, I think. Let's just grab that as well. Let's just check these BSB. Animal mats, low quality, textiles. So where do they have any metal stuff here anywhere? No, that's just the animal stuff like it says. Textiles, all of that is textiles. No. We're gonna need some kindling. We're gonna have to start up a fire on the forge, I think. So we might as well get one of those started, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a light source as well. Let's take some metal scraps also. So that's a fireplace. Where is the forge? Forge is... no, that's an oven. The forge is right there beside me. Okay. Yes, Stacy, this is exactly like an Idok in UO. Absolutely. Exactly the same thing. And luckily nobody's noticed this. Iron ribbons, that's what I was trying to say. Yes, indeed, Afra. So Ben Joseph, I'm still waiting for your answer on what was the thing that you weren't happy about in Legends of Arya? Was it the PvP change that they're thinking of making that you didn't like? Okay, let's grab the horse. Oh, horsey, no, 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 no! What are you doing, horsey? No, don't go! No, no, no! I forgot to. I'm so used to my horses having saddles on them. Okay, we're gonna fix this like right away. Actually, I'm so used to the horses having saddles, and we have some grass over here. Let's grab some grass. I have a saddle with me as well. So basically, for those who don't know, when you have a saddle on a horse, it will stay put. It won't go off on its own. But this horse did not have one. So let's just actually tame the horse and then put a saddle on it. And if I would have known that we're coming to just another location here in Xanadu, I would have just taken one of my branded horses actually. But since we didn't know until we started to set off, and I knew I had a caged horse already on the ship, I didn't bother. Oh, now it got mad at me. It's gonna start attacking me. No, 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 no. Take the sword out, take the shield out. Hope I don't damage the horse too much. Okay. Keep on trying to tame it. There, it's now tamed, I think. Saddle. And let's put that onto the horse. And then we will also, we might as well put this bridle that we found as well. Why not? Let's just repair that one. Oh, it's too far. Here we go. Yeah, Afra, I did check. There was one high-level piece of metal plate armor that I grabbed. The rest of it was crap. So now he has a bridle as well. And now he's going to stay put, which is good. But we're going to also untame him because I don't want the wild animals to attack him. Untame. There we go. Good. So, what did I mean to do? I meant to go and check for like the bits and pieces that we're going to need for the cart. Okay, so we were in the middle of doing that. Afra, yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Afra, you see, like on my deed, oh, those carpets, yes, take. So that's what you guys were probably pointing to before, is all those beautiful carpets. I didn't even notice them in the beginning. And especially the ones, some of those I can't even make myself. I can only make the smallest carpet myself. How did I not even notice those before? You guys, like, oh my goodness. Okay, so we need to find where this person was storing all of their... What about these chests? Did I check them yet? I think I did, didn't I? It was probably just a storage, like empty storage units. But surely they must have, like, some... I think I already checked these, didn't I? And what a shame. That seems to have, like, some metal things, but not quite enough. And there's also another small anvil. These are just logs. Yeah, that's all just logs, isn't it? Lumps? Well, at least lumps. Is there any, like, iron here? Yes, good. No, hold on. Lead, gold, copper, zinc. All I would need is just some basic iron. Can you make little bits and pieces like the nails and stuff from the other metal types? Does anyone know? Hello, Johnny. Yes, we're on Xanadu again. And Garrett, I'm just looking back at the chat here. Garrett's Dranky, you were saying carts and wagons annoy you. You have a load of them on your deed. Been dumping them at the side of the road off deed. They decay super slowly though. And Serven, I guess you were answering the question about the Steam launch. You wouldn't want to level another character in Wurm. Yeah, like my thinking is this. My thinking is to roll a new character to at least get a rowing boat done. Go and see if I can find a beautiful spot to claim for myself. And if I do, then I'll just keep it, like, keep that spot for myself until they connect the servers, you know? And then I can come over with my old character. I mean, it could take some months, though. I don't know. I'm patient. I'm patient. And that would give me also time to just prepare. So, let me see. What do we have over here? That's empty, isn't it? This is all empty. Yeah. What do we have over here? I think I looked through all of those. I might just have to go and... Was there a mine over here somewhere? I do have a pickaxe with me. What do we have in here? Nothing. Okay, and let's look at the recipe for the cart as well. Okay, Wurmpedia cart. Large cart. So... Planks, small wheel axe. That's the thing that's gonna need, and also small nails. Okay, small yoke. No, sorry, not small yoke, but just basic. We need a log for that. Activate saw. Let's start off. Let's just start building this thing then, and continue as we go along. Let's take one of these higher level logs. Actually, those are such nice high level. I can't make such high level ones, so I'm not going to waste those. Let's take these 40 level ones. Those would be good. And we'll start making the materials. Let's just get everything gathered over here by the forge. And I'm pretty sure that if I just do some foraging, not foraging, but you know, on the surface of the rock, I can find enough of those bits of iron that I could smelt to get the metal bits that we're gonna need. So we start off with a yoke, and that's gonna need a saw, is it? Yoke. Okay, so we have a yoke. Next we're gonna need... well, actually we need to make a small wheel axle first. That's gonna need activate small wheel. Plank and a shaft. Okay. Make some planks. Oh, good point, Afrofin. I should put my sword back on, shouldn't I? Absolutely. Absolutely. And Afrofin, you're saying that you can make nails from other metals now, you think? Okay. I know some things you can. I was testing it out. It seemed like some things you can, some things you can't. But we'll test. Maybe we should put some metal actually on. Actually, that's a good point. Let's actually just drop this stuff quickly, and just go fetch some of those metal lumps actually, and just put them on the forge to warm up. We'll see. If we can, that's great. If we can't, then we'll go to find some metal, some rock tiles to, you know, I'm sure one of these BSBs has the stuff that we need, but I just wasn't, I looked and looked and looked and just wasn't able to find. So, lead ore, let's use the lead ore, since that I have a lot of actually on my island. Oh, we'll take as much as I can. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be too much. Let's take a few of these off. Jabney, don't you dare. That would be so cruel. You loot day and night. You should let poor old cats enjoy this moment. I know you're joking, though. You are joking, aren't you? Okay, let's let that smelt away and then continue making the wood stuff that we need. So Afrofen Steam launch, yes. So, and have you heard Afrofen that Rolf sold the Wurm to another company? So there's two huge bits of news. Rolf sold Wurm to a Swedish, I think it was a Swedish company, but he is going to be staying on as an advisor. Or consult for the game. And then the next big bit of news is that Wurm is going to be launching on Steam in a few months. They're going to start a couple of new servers there, and in the beginning they will not be connected to the old servers. So it's all on the Wurm forums. No problem, Ben Joseph. So you're not going to play Legends of Arya anymore. You just don't care for the PvP, and you're not going to play on something else. You're going to play something else. Might even go back to Wurm. So Ben Joseph, are you sure you don't want to come and try the PvE server that I'm playing on? We have Americans actually playing on that server, and they're not having any lag issues there. It might be worth considering. Okay, so what else do we need? We need a plank and a shaft. Hold on, we're gonna need some shafts from here, that's right. So Gareth Drinky, what is your total distance moved? Shocked that yours is 258 kilometers already. Mine must be thousands. Was that in the playtime, Gareth Drinky? How do you see that? And Afrofen, you try copper first. Oh. Well, okay, let's see what happens with this lead ore first. Yeah, Chabney, I already grabbed the carpets though. It's too late. Afrofen, King Rolf has abdicated. Sort of, I guess. Okay, so let's put together a shaft. And well, actually we're gonna need 2 wheels. Or was it 4 wheels in total? So let me see now. We're gonna need, for a small wheel axe, we're gonna need 2 small wheels. So doesn't that mean we need 4 in total? No, 2 in total material. Only 1 small wheel axe. That's surprising. Oh, it does actually. It's not 4 wheels on this. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 of those. Let's put 2 planks and 2 shafts. Small wheel. There we go. Yeah, Ben Joseph, so like even if the ping is saying that, it might be worth trying, because we have some Americans who are saying that the ping shows to be high, but still it's light to play the game. And it's like no lag. And the only thing we could think of is that the reason for that is because on the official servers you have so many players, the database is so full, and there's like all of the stuff laying all over the place with so many houses. So I don't know, that could be the reason, but you should try it. If it feels slow, then then of course don't bother. but you might want to give it a try. And Afra, I'm in Finland. So Garazdrang, you have a stats button on the menu at the top of the screen. Huh, stats menu. Oh, stats menu. Stats button on the menu on the top of the screen. So are you saying in this menu you have a stats thing? Let's see. HUD settings. Is there anything about status? No, it's status effects. I haven't modified this actually at all, Garazdrang. I don't know why you have a stats thing. I don't think I've ever seen that. I have no idea how I would look at my stats. Really? It's different for you. Really? Yeah, and here's something, Garazdrang. So this is a fresh install of Wurm, right? A fresh install of Wurm. To be fair, though, it was using some of my old settings, so I installed in the same place. I didn't delete my settings, so maybe it's using my old settings. I don't know. Interesting. I don't even know how you would modify this. Like, I have no idea. I don't think there's a way to modify this. F2? I don't even know what happened when I pressed F2. No, but that certainly wasn't it. What if I go here? Examine? No. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask around about that. F4? Yeah, I've set my keybinds to F4, so that's not working. Oh well. I'll have to figure that out later. So now we have 2 small unfinished wheels. What do we need for this now? We need planks and we need more shafts. And Chabney, so you have a stats button for yourself as well, but you never noticed it before. Yeah, I've never seen one myself. Okay. I don't know, Garazdrang. Yeah, but you would think that rebinding keys would not have changed this menu though at the same time, right? It's a bit strange. Oh, it's so good to have such high carpentry and for this to go so fast that you can just randomly start building like a complete cart out in the wild. Ah, I see, Garazdrang. It's all the function key options up here. What's this thing? Oh, that's just focus. Okay, so... I see what you mean, yeah, because I have assigned pick, sprout, and forage, and harvest, and repair, and improve. These ones are the ones I've actually... These ones are the... that's what it is. You're right, Garazdrang, you're right. Because these ones are the ones I have on my function keys. My goodness. You're absolutely right. Well, look at that. My goodness. I never realized that. I've played all these years. I've never understood that these are the function keys. And that they would change, you know, according to what you have set for the function keys then. Interesting. Well, I'll have to find out about the stats though. So what else do we need? Activate plank. Right click. Small wheel axle. Okay. And then we shall... Okay, we have a plank. Oh, we need to make the axle still. Hold on. So we need a small wheel and a shaft. Okay, let's make one more shaft. Gosh, I really love crafting in Wurm. That's all I can say. It's so enjoyable. Okay. One shaft and here we go. And then we need one shaft and then the wheel axle. No, what was it? Plank, sorry. Large cart. And Afrafen has 118,029 kilometers. My goodness. You know, it's probably in the keybinds. Let's see. Wurmpedia keybinds. Let's see if we can find stats. Toggle stats. Okay, F4. So let's set it to, I don't use F7, so let's just set it to, let's set it to F7 then. Bind. F7, toggle stats, and F7. Okay, here we go. So, distance moved a measly 2,626 kilometers. No, could this be? Distance moved? How is it so small? Game launch is 629. Time in game, 86 days, 8 hours. How come these are different from the playtime? Only 86 days. When I do the playtime, it actually says... Ah, damn it. Playtime. No, don't do that. Playtime. You have played 446 days. And why does this say time in game? Or does this, no, this means, no, I don't understand. 86 days here. Falls 36 total. No, absolutely not. Surely I have fallen many more times than 36 times. I probably fall in 1 year 36 times. This seems, to me this doesn't seem right, guys. There's something weird going on with these stats. I don't trust those. And to me it looks really weird that it's only 2,626 kilometers. I don't believe this, guys. This seems off. And hello, Fabricant. You're saying those are client stats. It's counting the total times you've had the client open. If you change computers, oh, I see. Okay, well that totally explains it then. Yeah. Yep, that's definitely happened. Changed computers, reformatted. Yes. Okay, well that makes sense. Absolutely. And always good to have a Fabricant around to explain these things. How are you doing, Fabricant? And what are you going to do, by the way, Fabricant, with the new server? Are you, when it comes to Steam, are you planning to start on the new server there? And I'm gonna be right back, guys. So I have my dinner here, and you guys are just gonna have to listen to me chew on my dinner while we keep on working on this cart, I'm afraid. I'll try and not sound too sloppy though. On Fabricant, you're not sure, you don't think you will. The regrind on Jackal really demoralized you. Oh my goodness, really? So you loved the idea of Jackal, but it lost the spark once the reality of the situation set in. You were not having fun over there anymore, considering going back to freedom. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, I myself, I like Afra. I have not gone to Jackal yet myself. I'm not sure. I'm just not interested. It feels like I have enough to do already, you know, with my stuff in the game. So or like you know, on my island and stuff. So I have more than enough to do, really. So yeah, Abriel, I knew I knew that was you. You said so a little bit earlier. Yep. And hello there, Duskwind. Nice to see you back as well. How are you doing today? Gosh, this I know I keep saying it, but this crafting window, just the best addition ever to this game. And Duskwind, you're doing well. You're enjoying your retirement. So Duskwind, did you retire recently? Planks. We still need some planks. And let's just fuel this forge a little bit more since we have some wood scraps. Let's go get some more of those. You know what we should try as well? Let's see if we can actually make those nails now from the lead. And I cannot for the life of me remember. Ooh, that one small anvil is actually quite good quality, 72. I'm gonna keep that one for myself. We can just drop this other one. And let's see, small nails. No, we're gonna need the large anvil for that. And the metal hoops as well. Okay, so there was a large anvil right here. And no, I cannot actually do it with lead. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to bother with the copper. I think it's the same for, like, if it uses the other metal types, it's the same for all the metals. So instead, I'm going to just go and do some of that, not the foraging, but you know the thing for from the surface of the rock tiles. Since we didn't find any iron metal lumps here at all, I'm pretty sure there might even be a mine up there. Oh, I should get my pickaxe as well in case there's an iron mine. Iron mine in there somewhere. And Duskwind, it's been a little bit over a year ago, but you're still enjoying not having to get up and go to work. I can imagine. Guys, I'm telling you, like, you know, I'm 50 now. And Ben Joseph, you naughty, naughty man. Ben Joseph gifted a tier 1 sub to Duskwind. Thank you so much. And by the way, Duskwind, we just got 2 new emojis approved today, so you have a good selection to choose from. And yeah, I was meaning to say that I'm 50 now, but I find myself fantasizing about retirement already now. Like, it would be an amazing feeling to be retired. Not have any obligations, just you know, do fun stuff and not feel these obligations to do, you know, take care of, do the grind of you know, to take part in the rat race of getting up early in the mornings and working your ass off. There's a whole bunch of, oh, there's another mine over there. There could be some iron over here. And you know what I should have taken with me? I should have taken some kindling and some wood. And there's a bowl. Perfect. That's exactly what we need, actually. Let's just grab that bowl as well. So this has like nothing in it. Not a single tile of iron. And yet it's fully what's it called? You know, when you're doing those supports. It's fully has the support thingies on the walls. Interesting. Maybe it used to have iron and then it ran out. We could still check here at the top and see what that place had. There's another mine up here. Oh, thank you for the cheer, Ben Joseph. You're 25 with 25 years experience. That's a nice way to think about it. So I think what I'll do is I'll just... Oh, what do we have over here? No. There is no iron in here, guys. That's absolutely astonishing. So we're going to have to just take some from the surface here, I think. We're going to go down a bit lower, though, because I don't want to be climbing those walls. And I just betcha one of those BSBs is going to end up having some iron in it. Iron, like, lumps in it. Okay, so what do we do? Rummage, that's the word I was looking for earlier. Just checking the chat here. Scrolling back, I'm sure I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Just rock shards so far. So Fabricant, you were talking about the skill gain on Jackal, and that when the transfer was live for a short time, people got very little skill. So it's not looking too good. It would just be easier to grind the skill on Freedom. Yeah, do you think that maybe that was like one of the main reasons people were, you know, excited about Jackal? Hoping to get some easier skill gain? And Ben Joseph is retired as well. You were tired yesterday and tired again today. So you're retired. I've never heard that one before. That was a good one. Well, if that's the case, then I'm retired already before I'm retired. Yes, Afra, I do know that you can use the in-game recipe system. I just find Wurmpedia much more pleasant to use. Yeah, I don't have my prospecting actually. Afra is not good enough to see inside of the. I could do it on the outside, I'm sure, but I think I need just so little rock that I'm just gonna rummage here. Oh, we got one rock iron so far. I had to make an emergency cart one other time, and it was pretty quick to actually get the right amount just by rummaging. Yeah, but Afrofan, the Wurmpedia, I mean, if you look at Wurmpedia, it's the same information that you see actually in the recipe system of the client, isn't it? I mean, if I look here for cart, I just find it really, really tedious. Like usability wise, that I have to, you know, I like the fact that you can double click these open to get to the next thing, but that means that there's no way to go back, you know, whereas here I can just open the elements into their own tabs and just check all of them, you know, separately, and I don't have to keep on going back to see. Okay, we have 4 rock iron. Let's see if that will be enough. That might just be enough for us. Let's try this tile as well. Oh, it's picked clean. I hope my my eating here doesn't sound too bad. I know for some people it can be super annoying to listen to. But it's basically like a choice here that either I'm away from the stream for like 20 minutes or else you guys listen to me chew. drop those into the forge. And we'll continue with the other stuff that we have to still make. So, what are we still missing? We need 7 planks and the small nails. Okay, so not much. We can definitely get... Really, don't we need any, hold on. Didn't we need any of those metal rings, whatever they were called? I guess not. Large cart, total materials. No, we do not need. So that's more than enough to actually make those, to make the nails. We're in a good condition. Let's just go grab some of those logs again. And actually, let me just make the rest here, standing right here on this spot, so we don't have to run back and forth. So, let's see now. We need some more planks for sure. I think planks was all we needed. And Ben Joseph, you're asking, for Finn. KatsPurr, fear not, you are a very dainty nibbler. Yeah, absolutely. A back button would be good for that, Afrofan. I don't know why they don't have that. I saw like a new player actually struggling with that as well. And Ben Joseph, have you looked at stream captions yet? It helps pull people to your stream. So no, I don't know anything about those, Ben Joseph. So what are those all about? Stream captions. Captain. Like, aye, Captain. Stream Captain. I don't know anything about that. So what, is it like a new role that you can assign to one of the chatters? Oh, Carrick. Hello and welcome to the stream. You know, that's a very, very interesting idea, Carrick, actually. Wow, I wouldn't have even thought of that. So Carrick says, the ship transporter, could you load your NAR onto it and load and store goods that way? Yeah, that is an interesting idea. Let me just finish off making this cart because it's almost done anyhow. And we'll try that though. That would be even handier. I command the battle, Ben Joseph says. I still don't understand, Ben Joseph. I don't get it. The ship transporter, yeah, I can't remember if it's 2 or if it's 4 horses, actually. Thank you so much for the follow, Ashen D, and welcome to the stream. So, planks. Gonna have to make 1 more. And thank you for the follow, Swaggins. I'm not gonna say the beginning of your name though, sorry about that. God, I hope these guys aren't the griefers. We had some griefers visiting the channel a few weeks ago with crazy names. I'm hoping that's not the case though. Du Jensen, no, Ben Joseph was. So let's see what this is about. Stream cap. It's not opening anything, at least yet. Yeah, we just got like an error. So I'm not sure what that is. So stream captain, like in, is the spelling just wrong here? Here we go. Join your streamer in battle. Play free with Twitch. Huh. Play for free in your browser. Help your captain win and earn rewards. Play during downtime on stream. Well, that looks interesting. Huh. Well, I will check that out later on. Ben Joseph. I have not heard anything about that. Is that a new thing? All we need anymore is 4 more nails. And those, the iron has now melted. So now we can make some nails. And let's check. Yes, it was the small anvil. I thought so. We need 4 small nails, was it? Small nails, yes. There we go. Almost there, guys. And then the looting can begin. Now I'm done eating, guys. You won't have to listen to that anymore. Okay, good. And I guess this has to be... oh, it's quality 27, so I don't even have to improve it at all to get it to run or to work. But let's try this thing. I thought that was a really interesting idea. Let's see if we can load the ship while it has stuff inside. You would think that you could actually... oh, let's grab our horsey. You would think that you could actually... that you could then also... oh, and there's another carpet, by the way. And these carpets I should probably take over to the ship. They weigh quite a bit as well. Wonder if that's oh, there's another horse actually. And there's a what? What? There's a ebony black over here. Definitely gonna like we'll see how many horses we need. So what are the stats on this ebony black here? Fleeter movement, strong body, lightning movement, so it's a 3-speed. Let's grab this horse as well, and let's let go of the cow. Or was it a bull that I had? I don't need the bull. These horses are going to definitely be much faster pulling any cart. Can we actually go through this? We can, okay. And let's see what the situation is with now with this ship transporter. Yeah, it's only 2 animals actually. And we'll go see what happens. This is going to be a very interesting test because this would be useful for like future situations as well. If you can actually load a ship and have stuff inside and then just pull the transporter around to load loot onto it, how handy would that be, eh? Oh, is it cared for as well? It's cared for by the owner of the person who owned this this deed actually, because we could see Daron had actually built most of the stuff here. So I don't know what happened to this Daron person. What do we have here? Those are locks. Oh, stuff inside adds to the ship weight, says Good Bite. Good Biter, Dead Biter. Welcome to the stream, Good Biter. Nice to have you join us. So does it then. So we would not be able to, we can just let these horses go, actually. Don't need those guys anymore. So we're gonna have to take the... Gonna have to raise the anchor at least, I'm assuming. And let's see if they can even drag this thing over. It is loading at least, even though it has stuff. And let's see how heavy it is. Not too bad. But this helps. Now is the question, can we load stuff into the storage? I'm going to start off right here with this cloth, because that is the thing that interests me actually the most. The textile stuff over here. And we'll see how heavy it gets. Thank you for the follow, Tuxenary. Welcome to the stream. So let's see here. You can actually put stuff in here, guys. Whoa. How handy is this? How handy is this? Oh my gosh. Now the only problem at this point, okay, we're gonna prioritize definitely the wools because those are super tedious to gather, and then also the yarn. Wemp fiber is low quality, can't be bothered. Mooring ropes, low quality. Cordage rope, low quality. We could take those strings. Ropes, I have tons and tons of because I've been practicing my rope making skills. Don't need those. Wemp is low quality. Have tons. Well, we could take the reed plants because that's not something you so commonly have, actually. Hides, I have more than enough hides. The cotton is always good. You always need cotton. I do have a lot of cotton at home, but hey, that's at least good for tailoring practice, right? Okay, we're gonna... there is some... and we're still able to drag this thing. Like, how handy. How handy is this? Such a great idea. Such a great idea. Yeah, it's not on a deed though, Afra, though. This is wild land, so... So we're gonna grab these crates in here. And we're gonna put them onto my boat. Oh, but you know what? Oh, can I just move? I think I can just move them over, can't I? Maybe we should repair that. Well, I'm not gonna bother. It's only 32. This one I was not able to move, these crates. So I wonder if I unload... Hold on, let's unload the Nar over here. Thank you for the follow, Delver. Welcome to the stream. And then if I get onto... You board the... it's funny you get that ship sound. And now when we open the ship here, can we move these crates over? Yes. Okay, so you have to be boarded you have to have been boarded the ship to actually move those over then. Okay. And now let's load the ship again. And we could grab those metals that we saw over here, and also the high-end logs is something I could use, because my wood cutting skill is not very good actually. This is only ore, it's not even lumps, so it's going to be super heavy. Let's see how this works out. Gold ore, yes, always could use some of that. Copper, I'm not going to bother with that one copper, or the zinc. The lead we could take. And tin, I have tons and tons of tin at home. Well, I guess we could take that as well. The rest I can't be bothered with. And those high-end logs I would be interested in, so that I can improve stuff. So I can make logs that are about 55. So these 69 level logs are actually going to be quite useful for me. I'm not going to bother with those 55 ones, for 56 I should say. And these are all lower than that. Not going to bother with those either. Hello, Hearth Stories. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And Hearth Stories, we have a couple of new emojis that were just approved today. So now we have this wondering emoji and a heart's eye emoji. Let's see, what else do we have over here? Nothing in there. Lumps. Just logs in there. So we're looting actually, Hearth Stories. We found an abandoned deed. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription again, Hearth Stories. And that is now for the second month. Very much appreciated. And you guys are in the middle of your own stream. Okay, I won't bother you with too many questions right now. But guys, Hearth Stories, they love Blizzard games. They play World of Warcraft. They play... Hold on, what was the... Gosh, I forget the name of it. Oh, there's a troll actually over there, guys. We're going to have to be careful. Gosh, what was the other one? I forget the name of it, the one that you guys like to play also. But yeah, if you enjoy Blizzard games, go check them out. Heroes of the Storm, that's it. That's the one. Let me just make sure this link is working. There's a link for their stream. You can go check them out. Yeah. So we found an abandoned deed here, and I'm just looting it dry right now. Rock shards. Definitely don't need rock shards unless there's some sandstone or something like that in there. And all of these BSBs. Is anyone else like me and they love to loot BSBs? Like just like pick up the BSBs and run? Wooden beams, definitely can take those. Always need wooden beams. Heaps of sand. Well, maybe we'll take the sand. It's always a bother to dig that up. Marble shards. Yeah, we could take the marble as well. Good. What do we have over here? Nothing. Nothing there either. And what's the quality of that rope tool? It is... Oh, it doesn't... It's funny how some items you have to actually pick up to see their quality. It's quality 47. We could keep that. What do we have over here? Rivets, we could grab those. And metal wires. Rock shards we're not going to bother with. Nope. Don't need those. We could grab that archery target. Oh, it's secured. Okay. What else do we have here? I think these were just all logs over here, weren't there? Let's just go through these BSBs one more time. And then I'll check all the ones that are just like laying around there. What about this spinning wheel? 12. Oh, it's only... Oh, but this is what we need. This is what we need for sure. Can I just... I'm going to have to probably load that on, yeah. I want to definitely take that larder with me because those are a pain to make. So we're going to unload the ship. And then get onto the ship. Embark, commander, load cargo. Excellent. Good. And let's get back onto the transporter. This worked out beautifully. Absolutely great idea. And hello there, Nettie. Welcome to the stream. Nice of you to join us tonight here. We're looting an abandoned deed dry. Are you a Wurm player as well? And Ben Joseph, Guten Abend, mein Frau Katz. The only thing I understand about that, Ben Joseph, is Guten is, this is German, and Guten is good. Abend, I don't know, but mein Frau is my lady. So what does Abend mean? What else should we take? I feel like taking this furniture just for... we could take those little boxes. Because I'm planning to make my whole island like a whole kingdom. So there's going to be a whole bunch of houses that need a lot of decorations and stuff. So I'm really tempted to just grab a lot of this furniture. What about those? Oh, it's good evening. Ah, I see. Pottery planter. It is really decayed, that one. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother with that. What else do we have in these BSBs over here? I really wish I could take these copper hanging lamps, but they're all planted, I'm sure. Yeah, planted. So you can't grab those. What about the signs? I could take the sign, yes. Always need signs. Now, as for this stuff, let's see. We could grab the leather. The kelp. The cochineals. The hides, I guess we could grab if we need some leather working, to work on our leather working. Although I already have a ton of them at home, I have to say. The fat I actually could grab as well. Just because I have to, I know I do have a lot of animal fat already at home, but the thing is that I have to constantly be making candles because they run out on at my horse market. I don't think I'm gonna bother more than that. Let's just check the other stuff here. Did we already go through these BSBs? I really feel like taking those fireplaces as well. Oh, the cotton. We're still in the middle of the cotton here. Let's just grab the rest of the cotton. Flints, we could take those. And the rest is kind of garbage. What about these signs? That sign is planted. And of course, it would be good to take that, now that we actually made a cart, it would be good to take it with us, wouldn't it? It would be a shame if we couldn't actually fit that in. What about this cooking stuff? It's all low quality, all very damaged, so if we fix that stuff, it's just going to be very, very low quality. And this BSB was empty, wasn't it? It's almost like somebody came in and looted that BSB only for, I mean that food BSB, just for the food alone. Oil barrel. It has water inside. I can't be bothered to go to the trouble of getting it empty. What about, we could take that, oh, that's planted. Oh no, hold on. We can take the wooden shelf. And what else? Let's just get all these windows out of the way. That's better. The signs. What about this rack for empty BSBs would be nice as well. Let me just see if I can load that still onto the ship as well. Hello, Mad Nath. I haven't read your comment yet, but I can see the caps from the caps lock. No, we cannot actually... Interesting, we cannot load. I wonder if this is actually planted. Is this planted then? It's not planted. And I'm sure I can even push it, can't I? I can push that. How come I cannot load a cedar wood rack for empty BSBs? Cannot be loaded, cannot be picked up, and yet I can push it, so it's not planted. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. What about this thing? Is this picked up or is this... yeah, I can just take that, actually. Okay, let's load the ship back onto the transporter. And Afrofin, you may just have a large collection of BSBs made by a variety of different artisans. Yes, same here. Same here. It's like you always need them, right? You always need them, so I really feel like just grabbing a whole bunch of these, actually. I should probably I have a whole bunch of different wood types at home, and it really bothers me, actually. We haven't really looked at what's over here either. I could take these as well, these trellises. Always nice to have trellises up against the... And thankfully they're not planted, so I can just grab those. And normally I would have actually been interested in the beehive as well, but I can't be bothered with that. What about this this bell tower over here? So that has to be loaded. So let's unload the ship here. And then load this into the ship. There we go. Perfect. Man, this is so handy. I can't remember now who was it that was suggesting this earlier on. And whoever it was, thank you so much for this great suggestion of... So for those who are just joining the stream, basically, so we were supposed to go exploring, which we will. But then as we were exploring to this location you see in the lower right, we happened upon this abandoned deed, and we came to and it had not been looted yet, so we started looting it, and so I needed a cart to move stuff around, and just as we were finishing the cart, somebody was suggesting to actually load, since we had noticed that there was a ship transporter that was unlocked. They were suggesting that we load the gnar onto the ship transporter and just load stuff into the ship straight from these locations, which is super handy, because then that means that you don't have to keep on going back and forth with a cart, right? And this press is only 31. I'm not going to bother with 31 quality press, actually. What about those? I'm really tempted by these 2 fireplaces, guys. And we haven't checked. Oh, that's actually my pile over here. Yeah, that's the pile I made earlier. But I could swear that there was a pile of items here somewhere else. What about those signs? Let's see if they're planted. Take. Always need signs. Especially once I start to get my island done. Let's just take all of those. They're relatively easy to make though. Okay, that one's planted. Planted, and that one is not planted. There's some more hides in there. Can't be bothered. And should I just do a double check of these BSBs, actually? I think I will. Let's just do that. Oh, I'm overloaded. Okay. Let me just check this way. These are probably all empty. Man, I feel like taking a whole bunch of BSBs with me. All empty. Yeah. Okay. You know, maybe I'll just skip the BSBs for now and not worry about those. I think we're done. Let's keep a move on. Is there anything... Has anyone seen something that I should definitely take with me that I'm just overlooking completely? I think I've taken just like the good stuff already. Is there anyone out there who's like literally screaming at me that, Cats, take that thing, it's so good, and I'm just totally overlooking it? Oh, and I still need to get my creature cage actually into my ship as well. Let's just unload the ship here. Let's just do that. And XXX Netty, if I already didn't say hi to you, hello, welcome to the stream. Oh yes, I did, because I was asking you if you play Wurm, that's right. And you live on Delhi, but you're heading back from Xanadu, just exploring until the wind picks up. Nice, yeah, we're here on Xanadu as well right now. Just gonna have to pull the ship into the water. And Madna, stop, you violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Oh gosh, I'm out of, you know what guys? Oh. I'm totally out of stamina. Let's, I can't even get out of the water, so let me just actually embark this ship transporter. I'm look at that guys. So bad, so bad. So let's eat up and drink up. Gonna have to get back. Thank goodness for this transporter. Of course, I do have refresh, and you can always use the... For those who are new to Wurm, if you ever get this situation that you're out of stamina and you're in the water and you have to use climb to get back up on the ground, just this is a good one to know. Garsdrengi, it could be that you don't know this yet. So if you go to your character pane, there's this thing called Last Gasp. You can use it, I think, only once a day. And this is like an emergency thing that will give you the ability to climb up onto the ground if you're in the water and you're out of stamina. It's like an emergency. That's like saved my butt so many times, but we're not going to need it. I'm just going to instead embark onto the transporter, and then that way I can get my stamina back up. Okay, now we have to keep on pulling the ship here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually rotate. Oh no. Maybe I'll just pull it. I was gonna rotate it around so that it comes sideways down, but maybe this is good enough. And Ice Knight, hello, welcome to the stream. Actually, ship transporters cannot be loaded onto ships. That I discovered that actually just last week. So unfortunately, and I checked on Wurmpedia, and it actually is a thing that you cannot load ship transporters onto a ship, which is pretty annoying. Okay, so let me just park this ship into a little bit of a better situation here for the animal transporter stuff. Just moor it right over here. Good. And then let's unhitch. Oh, I should probably put this heavy stuff here onto the ship as well. Just move that over. Move that over there. And then we will go and fetch the... I might as well take that ebony black with me, right? Oh, I don't even need a... Yeah, now that we're on Xanadu, I can just actually have the horses follow, but I might as well... yeah, let's just do that, actually. Let's just do that. Let me just see if I can still load my animal cage on here. Load cargo. Yes, good. It still fits. And I'll just have the horses follow behind instead. So originally, for those who don't know, since we were doing this exploration thing, we didn't know what server we were going to. So hence I had my horse actually in a horse transporter. But since we ended up on Xanadu where I already live, we didn't have to do that. Or like I can, at this point, I can just have the horses follow behind. And we got a free ebony black while we were at it. Now, any last things that we need from here, guys? I don't think so. I think we pretty much grabbed the important stuff. I didn't see anyone shout cats. Grab X and X and X. Oh, the large cart, actually. Speaking of large cart, I should not abandon the one that I made. Let's see if it fits actually into the boat. So I just made this right now. Let's just get the horses hitched momentarily. Yeah, I actually already have a ship transporter over back on my deed anyhow. It's not like I even need one. And yeah, I can make them myself. I do have high carpentry. And let's hope that this new cart that I made... Oh, it fits on the ship as well, so it didn't even go to waste. Awesome. Very nice. Okay, I think we're good to go, guys. Ah, that's a nice name, Afrofan. I like it. Lucky Looter. I do like that. We're going to name that just for you. Permissions. Manage large cart. Lucky Looter. I do like that. There we go. Okay, let me just check what you guys are saying. Hello there, Emmy Recall, and welcome to the stream. You bought Wurm quite a while ago, but you have yet to give it a solid try. Hoping your stream will convince me and show me a few things to do and try. Well, Emery, so you say you bought Wurm, so are you playing, did you buy Wurm Unlimited, so the standalone version on Steam? Or do you mean that you have Wurm Online, the MMO version? Because the MMO version is free. You're on the Steam version, right? So Emery, I do have Wurm Unlimited, the Steam version myself as well. I mainly use it just to test like designs and things, but I live like my proper like gameplay is actually here on Wurm Online on the MMO version. So this is run by the official Wurm team. Whereas the servers on Wurm Unlimited are run by just normal players, and they have the ability to change the settings of the server, change the game balance, change graphics. They can code stuff themselves, so they can do some quite drastic changes to the way the game is played, and that's why I play the official, MMO version. So, and. Yeah, you didn't know about the MMO. Yeah, that's very common though. I've heard that many times that most people who play Wurm Unlimited, they didn't even know there's an MMO version. But as far as like you say yourself, you don't think that they're too different though. They are not too different. The base game is literally identical otherwise. But again, like I was saying, if you're playing on another person's server, first of all, there's the fact that they might decide to shut their server at any time. They might have a god thing going on where they just like to control people. I'm sure that most of the people who do run the servers are nice, decent people and are not there for the wrong reasons. But that's something you just never know when you start on somebody else's server. Whether they're just there to feel power over others. Then you just all the work and effort you put into your character on somebody else's server, you just never know. What if they decide to just quit their server at some point? So that's why I don't play the game on Wurm Unlimited. I prefer the MMO version myself. But certainly, since you already have it bought, it has not gone to waste by any means. Like if you decided to start playing Wurm Online, you will still absolutely have use out of Wurm Unlimited, because like I say, you could go into God mode on your own private server, in Wurm Unlimited, test some wild designs, see if they're feasible or not, and then build them for real here in Wurm Online. But of course that's not the question you're asking. You're sort of interested to know whether the game is worth playing as gameplay. Like, is the game design, is it an enjoyable game to play, regardless of whether you're playing on Wurm Unlimited or Wurm Online? And well, all I can say really is that I have been playing Wurm now for nearly 6 years. I love the game. I never tire of Wurm. It's just an MMO. You know, sometimes, of course, I shouldn't say I never tire. Let's say that I have more quiet times where I feel like trying new MMOs that have come out. And then, but what usually happens is that when I try other MMOs, I just get disappointed that I can't. There's so many things that I am not able to do on those other MMOs that I can do in Wurm, and then I just find myself always coming back to Wurm. Yeah, at least from my perspective, Wurm is absolutely the thing to be playing if you enjoy sandbox MMOs. Now, I can say also some negative things. So, you know, I always talk honestly about these things. So Wurm does have some downfalls. Like if you're one that does not mind the older graphical style, which I don't mind. I think it looks pretty enough, absolutely pretty enough for me. Well, except for the characters. But some downfalls of Wurm, oh, there's an anaconda over there, is that the combat is rather boring. There's no, it's not that I miss having quests, but there is, I don't mind the lack of quests, but some people might not like that. They might want some kind of direction in the game. This is a true sandbox where you have to figure out yourself what you're going to do, where you're going to go. Then there is the what was I going to say? No, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted because my son needs to talk to me in a moment. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, one thing I really find a little bit boring about Wurm is that when you want to go out hunting monsters, the loot that you get from monsters is super boring. Like, we're just gonna look at the map quickly here. Where did it go? Where the heck did I put it now? Here we go. So, you know, wild animals, they will give off things like hides and body parts, and that's fine, but I think that it would be fun if the humanoid monsters actually gave something a little bit more exciting. And you never find like treasure chests or anything like that out in the wild. So actually hunting for stuff is really boring in Wurm. So I don't do it very much, to be quite honest. But I do love exploration. I love what we just did, you know, discovering an abandoned deed that had a whole bunch of loot that I just can loot for myself and take back to my own island. I love the fact that you can own land and terraform the land and shape it how you want to, and that you can, you know, build whatever you want on that. And now I know what I wanted to do. We had to go over here. So we are right now sailing through here. I'm trying to recognize now. There's a I'm gonna have to look at the Wurm map, in-game map actually. Let's just zoom in a bit. So that mountain peak right there, could it possibly be? Huh. I think I am going in the right direction. I think this area here could very possibly be this spot right there. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Right there is right ahead, I think. Yeah, definitely if you love the survival aspect, like Afrafin was mentioning, that also is really nice. Like when I first started Wurm, you know, there were people offering for me to join their village and offering help to me. I did not want that at all. I just wanted to find my own place and start from scratch, learn, you know, do everything the hard way, and to really like enjoy that survival experience of trying to set up shelter, get myself some food, get myself some water, get myself some tools. That was so enjoyable to me. I definitely, if you're that type of player as well, this is a great game for experiencing something like that. And Emery, yes, you can build your own ships in this game. So there's a whole selection of different types of ships I can just show you quickly. So guys, I think most of you already know the item list that I have here. This is my like Wurm fan site. And I have an item list here, and for instance, if we look at outdoor, do I have it at outdoor decorating vehicles? I should probably make it its own like spot, but if I just link that to you guys. So the ships, for instance, here you can see the different types of ships the game has. There was actually the ship transporter that we were just using. So we're sailing right now on a Nar, right there. It has a it's a nice ship because it goes fast, it has a large hold, and it also can sail in shallow waters, whereas a caravel cannot, for instance. And yeah, you build them like plank by plank, bit by bit. They, for instance, for the Nar, all of the things that you need for a Nar. So those links open to Wurmpedia. We can see here that here's the total amount of ingredients you need for a Nar. So you can see just like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of little bits and pieces you need to build one of these things. And I love the fact that, so Emery, another nice thing about Wurm Online, the MMO version, is the fact that over here you can join, you can visit several different servers. So just by sailing to them. So right now we're here on Xanadu. We're sailing here actually in this area over here, but if I wanted to, I could absolutely sail on over to the other servers just by crossing the server border. You just sail along the seas until you reach the server border, and then it would your ship would go over to the other servers. So that's really cool. I know there's something like that. I guess you can link servers in Wurm Unlimited. Players can link their servers or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I don't know very much about that. I don't know. Yeah. And you mostly play Space Engineers, 7 Days to Die. It's gathering and building, not fighting. Yeah, I do have my own islands. Just 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. I had to chat with my son there for a moment. I haven't actually, I've heard of those games, I may recall, but I've just never played them. And you're kind of excited to play it now. Yeah. And here's the thing about islands. So let's say you were not able to find your own island. You could technically actually build your own island. I've heard of players doing that. Of course, it would be a lot of work, though. So basically, the idea would be that you would just dig a whole bunch of dirt and then pour it into the sea until the sea level came up above the ground. But that would not have any rock tiles in it, so you wouldn't be able to mine into it, of course, but you could live on it. Another tactic could be to start like surface leveling the ground from one of the shores all the way into the middle of the sea and then start building from there. That's actually probably a better tactic to do, but it would be a huge amount of work. Nothing a newbie could really do, to be honest. That would require quite a seasoned veteran, I think, of the game to do that. But even on Xanadu, I think there are free islands even now, to be honest. And Nettie, I am close to you. Really? What location are you living on? And we're sort of like in this kind of fjordy kind of place. It reminds me a little bit of Norway, actually. I'm assuming we're going through this area right here. And let me just actually check here on the map. So here's the situation, guys. My family here is going to be going to bed any moment. So we agreed that I can stream for about half an hour more. So we're going to go as far as we can get. And then what we'll do is, we'll continue this adventure tomorrow. Instead of, we'll do like a part 2 tomorrow evening. Because I'm certainly not going to leave my ship here and be here a whole week until next Tuesday. So that seems like the way to go. And maybe I'll start my stream a little bit earlier tomorrow. So I'll start... Oh, there's somebody. Who is that? Let's just look at it with our spyglass. Who is that over there? The Bogart. And it's Chabney. Hello, Chabney. I'm spying on you. Well, look at that. And he has dyed his... he's trying to escape. Are you trying to escape me, Chabney? Chabney's being very shy now. Look at that. He's trying to escape my spyglass. Ooh, we're gonna crash. There he goes. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm not gonna keep my ship here, like sitting here for a whole week. So yeah, let's start at part 2 tomorrow, and I will start EU time maybe around 3 in the afternoon. So, Chabney, have you come to be my bodyguard? And yes, Nars are a fantastic MMORPG, that's for sure. And Afrofin, just something, I know like how super helpful you are. So I just wanna mention that like Wurmians are very helpful, but they're too helpful sometimes. Because sometimes, like, I don't know what kind of player you are, Emery, at least myself, I stubbornly did not want any advice, did not want any help, did not want any free give-outs, didn't want any tools, didn't want anyone to give me anything. I wanted to start absolutely from scratch and figure things out on my own. So Afra, it probably would be a good idea to just like talk with Emery if you're going to help Emery out, just to make sure, you know, that you're not sort of stepping on that like gameplay enjoyment, you know, because some people are very stubborn like I am. I just find that there are a lot of overly helpful people in Wurm, and it can be highly aggravating sometimes. Of course, it's a better problem to have that people are helpful rather than that people would just ignore you and not help you when you need the help. But I find that people, especially very old veteran players who have been there, done that, and they don't have anything to do, then they take on new players as sort of like a new challenge, like, oh, here's something for me to do. I can help this person. It's entertainment for me. And I just, you know, people have to be respectful of what the other person is wanting and not steal away the newbie struggles, you know, from the other person. Just something to keep in mind. Because I do know you're very, very helpful, Afra, so... Oh, so they do have the server jumping thing as well in Wurm Unlimited. I see. It's kind of random though, since they're all player made. Yeah, it is a beautiful scenery for going on a Nar, isn't it? So what coordinates are you on, Nettie? Afra ramming speed right into Chamney. Chamney was hand over your loot. I want the fine carpets. No way, Jose Chamney. I am keeping those. I'm sorry. So Emery call. So you're fine with advice and help and camaraderie. Okay, well then you guys shouldn't have any problems. So T17 or 18 says Nettie. Let's have a look here. T17 or 18. Okay, so actually we just passed by. I think, yeah, T17. So T is the third from up, 18 or 19. So you're around here. So I think actually that your spot is probably here somewhere. I think we're going through, we could possibly be going through this spot right now. On my left, I see. Oh, is that the... When you said camellia, did you say camellia bushes possible? Or the hedges? I think you mentioned something about camellia. Let me just see here. Spy. Yeah, I do see camellia hedges over here at least. So is this your spot right here, Nettie? And that's true, Afra, the guard towers. That would definitely, like, if there was like a top 3 things that you absolutely have to share with a new player, I think the guard towers would definitely be one of those things for sure. More to the left? Over here? No, hold on. This place. Is this it? Yeah, after if I do that though, then people don't know who I'm talking about, right? So people have just joined the stream, so I'd rather call you Afra just over here because then everyone knows who I'm talking to. Nettie, okay, let's I'm gonna stop by and see your place then. We might as well, because we're gonna have to quit early tonight anyhow. And we'll continue the adventure tomorrow. Maybe I can... You know what I'll do, actually? I will come and... If you don't mind... Nettie, could I come and just park my ship at your place for tonight? Oh, App Raffen. Okay. So Emery, yes, the game has guard towers. You will see these tall towers once in a while. And if you have so there's one actually right over there. So if you have a monster chasing you, you can, if you go to, if the monster, I think it was so that the monster has to be within 20 tiles of a guard tower. You yourself can be as far away as possible, as long as, of course, you can, as long as you can target the monster. And you want to target the monster so that the picture of the monster actually comes into your target window. And then you can call out for the guards. And the guards will actually come from the guard tower and bonk that nasty old monster on the head for you. The higher quality the tower, the more guards it will actually house. Oh, I see, Nettie. I see. So it's not your place. That's right. You're on Delhi. You were just waiting here for the wind to pick up. I see. Well, I'm going to come and park actually right next to you here. Because we have to sign off anyhow since my son's going to sleep. And there is Nettie in his beautiful armor. Let me just park this thing. Where is my mooring rope? There we go. Oh, and the horses, damn it. And it's not, oh, I have my creature cage. Actually, Actually, Nettie, if you're interested, you can have this black horse. Do you need an ebony black? Where are you? Where did he go? There he is. If you need a black horse, you can have it. This is a 3-speed ebony. Because I cannot do anything with that black horse because I only have one creature cage right now. And if I'm going to sign off here, and it's not actually branded, this one. So I'm going to have to put in this into the creature cage. Yeah, let's actually just do that now. So we're gonna have to grab the grass to tame it and then take the saddle off and then put the horse into the creature cage for the night. Did you grab it already? Or did you? Okay, good. And you only had a slow horse. A slow grey one. Well, that's excellent then. Great. So we did not succeed. Let's try again. Do Jensen, no, I don't have a tent. I don't. And that, you know, I should make one. I really should make one for the... I never remember about the tents. How handy they would be. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Blade Brown. Welcome to the stream. Although I'm just about to wrap up, I'm going to continue this adventure tomorrow. So we will start. Let's look at in hours. So right now in finish time, it's 9:30 finish time, and I'm going to start around 3 or 4 tomorrow. So basically, in about 12. No. Hold on. 6, 12, 18 hours? In about 18 hours, I think. Yes, so let's take this stuff off. And then we will get the creature cage. And here comes Chabney again, is it? With his grape gnar. Yeah, I should make a tent, man. You know what, Du Jensen? It's like I've played the game so many years. I do know that with a tent, you can, put it on the ground and you can hitch a horse to it. And I've just never made use of that. So what is Chabney up to? He's plotting something. Soon you're gonna find out if it's possible to loot carpets from another player's Gnar. Not possible, it seems. Off he goes. Grandmaster Looter. I think I need to tickle, just lean over and tickle him a bit. Me tickles Chabney. There we go. Off he goes. It was too horrific to be tickled by KatsPurr. Yeah, so, and let's just double check and make sure my permissions are in order. So everyone cannot do anything here. Only citizens of my alliance, which is just basically my own accounts. Okay, so guys, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up now and I'm gonna start. Let me think, is it really like 18 hours? Let me see. 9 to 3 a.m. is 6. It's 12. Yeah, 18 hours. And around 18 or 19 hours I will continue this adventure. If anyone wants to come and join tomorrow. Mr. Laggy. Yeah, old school like IRC me slash me command for. Yeah, it has emotes like that, but you can also right click characters and there's a whole bunch of emotes here. Some of them have animations and sounds. Like there's actually a fart here. Offensive fart. Oh, Chabney was too far away to fart at. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Emery. Well, I hope you got excited by the prospect of playing Wurm and come and join us here in Wurm Online. Again, your Wurm Unlimited, the fact that you bought that is absolutely not a waste at all. You will definitely have use from that for sure. And yeah, I hope you come and join us here. And I will sign off now and let my son get to bed and hopefully see you guys tomorrow. So have a good night, everyone. And let's do some more adventuring tomorrow.